What's up, people? How y'all doing? Come on in. Come on. So yeah, do StreamYard because Facebook will be jabbing me around. So we're gonna do a chat with the candidate today a little bit. And how y'all doing? Come on in. Wait for some more people to come in while you enjoy some Pandora here after the commercial with Pandora, right? See, because I have to put this disclaimer up here because Facebook be trying to pull my videos and and YouTube will pull my videos too. It's for copyright infringement, and so. But I have Pandora, and Pandora is playing in the background, so I have to say I do not own the rights to this music. So how y'all doing? Come on in. Okay, so hey, we got some stuff to talk about today. You know, I, some people may get a little upset tonight. I know it's a chat with the candidate. You all can still ask your questions. I'll still answer your questions. But some things happened today up in the General Assembly. Um, I just want to talk about that, man. A couple things. So, hello, Ada. How are you? Thanks for tuning in and coming in. We got four, but I'm gonna check Facebook real quick. Got to make sure that it's live because they'll be dogging me. Facebook. They'll be trying not to put my show up and everything else, just gets weird. Okay, so I'm live. So I have to always go in and change this to public as well. So, all right, so now I'm public on Facebook. All right, so now we're good. All right. So we're good. Hello, Kelly Elizabeth, one of my awesome uh, volunteers and works with the campaign. Hello, Catherine. Good evening. Watching on Facebook. Well, very, very good. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. So you guys can share these videos. Share it out. Put it out in your groups. Send it to your friends. Let everybody watch it. So this is candidate night. I'm doing it. I haven't done it in a couple of weeks because of the new year and had some stuff going on. I've been out campaigning. I'm sitting down writing thank you. So I'm sitting down writing thank you handwritten cards to um, big donors, that's coming through. So I actually write them a handwritten note, make a phone call, and I write them. So sitting down doing that. So I'm doing some fundraising stuff. I'm on the phones, things like that, things that we have to do, when we campaign. Everything is not out walking around and doing stuff. I'm on the phones a lot, getting support for the campaign. And I thank you all for supporting the campaign. So, and we're sort of get started. I'm gonna share my screen on something in a minute. Um, so I'll tell you this: we're having an event March 12th, a big event. My next big event. We're gonna have some meet and greets. We're gonna have some door knocking events. We're gonna go out. We're gonna have some signature events. But the big event that's coming up March 12th. So put it on your calendar. March 12th. Okay, it's going to be at a venue in Virginia Beach Town Center. We do have the venue locked in. I'm not going to give the name right now, but we do have the venue locked in for March 12th. It's going to be probably from 5:30 to 8:30, 6 o'clock to 8:30. We're still working out the time with the venue owner and also with the guests. So I can confirm two guests right now, and I'm going to confirm two guests right now. It's going to be Kim Klacik. She will be there. She missed the August 7th event because of some traffic on 95 or whatever. She didn't quite make it down. So she's going to be there March the 12th. And just confirmed, I just got off the phone with this guy, Lieutenant Colonel Scheller. Okay, if you all don't know who Lieutenant Colonel Scheller is, you guys will. You need to look him up. He's the Marine that that risked his entire career to go against the higher ups and the supervisors, the Secretary of Defense, President on the debacle in Afghanistan. So look him up. So Stu Scheller is going to be there. So I'm excited about that. And we have some others that's going to be there too. We're just waiting for them to commit. Okay. Hey, love you too, Michael. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Love you too. All right. So, okay. I'm going to share my screen because, well, let me sort of cue this up first. Okay. And I'll preface it by saying this, okay? the hardest thing that I've ever had to do is not running. Okay, it's running as a black, a African American, whatever you want to call it. I don't use African American because I'm from America. I'm not from Africa, so I use black. I use you know different things to people tend to use different things. I mean, to describe who we are, who black people are. I tend to use black because black is beautiful. Black is in the Bible, so I use black. Okay. All right. So there, the hardest thing to do is run as a black Republican. Okay, and because we sort of get it from both sides. All right, we get it from the racist white liberals. We get it from the black people that still rather attack a black person than understand who they are and understand that the Republican Party was actually made for free black slaves and by free black slaves. That's way back. If you don't know it, check your history. All right, so hey Stephanie, how are you? I hope you got to talk to Stu. They're working on it, Stephanie. I uh, I talked to Lauren today, and they got really really busy. Some big stuff came up, so but they're going to get with you. You're on the list, Stephanie, for them to talk to. All right, so okay, to be a black Republican because we get it from the black people, we get it from the white racist liberals. We have some GOP establishment, that don't really care for me because I'm actually pretty truthful and I pretty much say what's on my mind and I don't play. I'm not part of the go along get along gang, and so they sort of try to blackball me, try to freeze me out. They do things for their candidate that they haven't done and that they won't do for me. But that's cool because we're gonna do our own thing and we're gonna do our own thing. But uh what took place in the and I'm gonna show it to you. But what took place I guess at the General Assembly today, I'm gonna let you listen to AC Cordoza. Okay, AC Cordoza is a newly elected black Republican for the first time ever to represent the 91st district in Hampton. So he's a delegate. He's a newly elected delegate and the first black guy to represent the 91st district. Okay. And I mean, and he wants to honestly help, black people in his district, not, not saying that others don't, but let's just say others haven't proved that they will, the white ones or the black ones. All right. Let's just tell it what it is. All right. So I'm hoping he do some good things, but all right. So I'm going to share this screen with you and I'm hoping, to come through, but I'm gonna share this. Hold on one second. And hopefully you can hear him, okay? And what happened. If not, I will explain what happened. Okay. So okay, so here we go. I'm sharing my screen. Hopefully you can see that, right? All right, so here we go. Yesterday, one of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle said that we want black voices at the table. Well, my black voice came to the table and it was rejected. So, Mr. Speaker, I don't know what I should do. I'm a legislator, I'm black, and I want to help the black community. Maybe I need to start my own caucus, the Virginia Non-Leftist Black Caucus. Right now, it'll be a caucus of one, but that's okay. As Thoreau said, any man more right than his neighbors constitutes a majority of one already. I'm proud to be a majority of one. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. All right, so what took place there? Okay, so what took place is that AC went to become a member of the Black Caucus in the General Assembly in Virginia. All black people, right? But it just so happened that they're all Democrats. Okay, they're all Democrats, and so he went to go to the table to have a voice, for his constituents, his black constituents with the Black Caucus in the 91st district, and they rejected him. They told him no. They told him no. So you sort of see what battles we have as Black Republicans when Black Democrats control things, and I'm with AC on this one, and if I was up there with him, it'd be a non-leftist Black caucus of two. You know what? I think I'm gonna start that in DC when I go to DC because my opponent, she can't do that. So yeah, so I'm gonna go to DC and I'm gonna take his mantra. I'm not gonna steal it. I'm gonna take it to DC, and because what happened in DC, the Black Caucus in DC, Byron Donalds from Florida, he's a congressman from Florida. Byron Donalds went to be a member of the Black Caucus in Congress, and they rejected him and said no. So it's the same type thing. So it's not the the bigotry and the hatred of the Democrat Party, of the Black members of the Democrat Party towards another Black man wanting to be in the Black caucus, to have a voice, to have a seat at the table, is not relegated to Virginia. Okay, it goes all the way up to DC. And this is why I say, we have to send people to DC and to these positions that can fight, that can make these fights. Okay, and things are just what it is. Okay, like my race in the second district, you better send somebody that can go and fight with the squad. Okay, somebody got some nerves, and I don't care if it's a white person or a Black person, but they better have some cojones to stand and go toe to toe with the squad. And as far as any of the ones that's running in my district and second district, I honestly don't believe that there are any, that have the heart to go toe to toe with the squad, and with those members of Democrats. So you guys have to understand something, and this is what people have to understand. The Democrats play for keeps. The Democrats play for keeps. Okay, to them, this is a blood sport. They don't care if you're white. They don't care if you're Black. The Democrats just want to keep power. And if you are a Republican, if you are a conservative, they don't care. Okay, if you're Black or white, they don't want you. They want to kill you. Okay, so you have to send people in these fights that can fight. Okay, you have to send people in these fights that will go in Matthew 21, verse 12 to 14 in the chambers. And if you don't know what Matthew 21, 12 to 14 is, look it up. Okay, you need somebody that's going to go and do that. And there's only one person. You look at the people and then running in the second district, and you tell me who that is. You tell me who you feel that is, who's going to go in Matthew 21, 12 to 14 up in DC with these Democrats, because it's a blood sport. And you better have somebody that can fight. You better have somebody willing to fight. You better have somebody that's willing to put everything on the line for this country, like I did for nearly 3 decades. Okay, this isn't about, your friends. Okay, this isn't about, well, he's a nice guy and I like him, or she's, nice and she's my friend and she's my neighbor and she's my state senator, and state senator with a bad voting record too, by the way. You can't caucus, you can't go to DC, you can't even be up in the state senate or in this General Assembly and think you're gonna reach across the aisle and kumbaya with the Democrats, because they're not having it. They're not having it. This is about power. This is about them keeping their power and their strangle on America and Americans. You can't send somebody to DC that votes that sits in the Senate of Virginia and votes 18% with the Democrats on every radical leftist bill, woke agenda, trans agenda bill, SB 868, Virginia Values Act. Look it up, see who voted for it, amongst other things. You can't send someone to DC that already put little girls in danger in Virginia, because then you put that person in DC and they make every little girl in the nation in danger because they'll vote the same way. They'll vote the same way. My daddy told me, and I want you all to understand this. And my daddy was a very, very smart man. My daddy told me, once a person show you who they are, you better believe them. You better believe who they are. And unless you're down with the woke agenda, you're down with the trans agenda, you believe that there's more than two genders, you want to put little girls in jeopardy, you want to persecute Christians, you want 0.005% of the population to control 99.95% of the population because you make them a protected class, like a civil rights class. Unless you want that, unless you want someone that's going to sell your values and sell your principles to the highest bidder down the river, then you better understand who you're voting for, who you're sending to. And I tell you, I'll never do that. Anybody that know me, they can hate me, they can love me, whatever, but they know where I stand, and they know that I will never sell your values and your principles to the highest bidder. I'm not playing that game. I'm not trying to change who we are as human beings. God made us male and female for a reason. And unless you don't believe in God, unless you believe in that God make mistakes, then you need to send somebody to DC that don't believe that, that believes God don't make mistakes, that believe God made male and female for a reason. So, with that said, we're gonna move on to the next topic. All right. So let me see who else in here. Hold on. Let me say hi to some folks. All right, Josh. Uh, nah, Josh. No way. I don't definitely don't believe that. I mean, Josh, she wouldn't even fight for. She's coming out now trying to rebrand herself, saying that she's fighting for parents. All of her friends sit on the school board at Virginia Beach. She's never been at a Virginia Beach school board meeting protecting kids from, oh, that's because she's a masker. She believes in vaccines. So she would definitely not. So now she says she's trying to protect kids. She's protecting parents because they believe that, Youngkin actually won on that, where it was actually MAGA that made Youngkin won. Let's be honest. If Trump didn't come out and say, go vote MAGA, go vote for Youngkin, Youngkin would have lost. It's not that Youngkin came out for the kids, even though he did, and we appreciate that. I appreciate what he's doing with the executive orders, okay? So far, so good. Governor Youngkin, so far, so good. I know some stuff, that's going on, and you still have to pardon Darnell Phillips, by the way. Northam didn't do it, so I'm going to put it out there. Darnell Phillips need an absolute pardon from you, Governor Youngkin. And I know you got some things going on, but you need to put that on your plate. It need to be put on your plate very, very soon because this man has suffered enough. All right, so, but no, I mean, if she doesn't fight, she's never been to a school board meeting to speak for these parents. How can she put out ads saying that she care about parents? She's never been there. She may have been into the schools and got some photo ops and stuff like that, yada yada. Okay, but she can't because those are the same people they donate to. Those, her friends, they donate to her campaign. So she can't go up in there ruffling any feathers like I do, like I have, because I'm sure maybe only two in there may vote for me, maybe two, you know. But I mean, so no, I mean, to answer your question, Josh, I mean, she's didn't fight for little girls in the beginning. She voted for SB 868. She's trying to pass it off. I'm, hearing different things that people are coming back to me say, hey, yeah, Keegan said that was a jobs bill. Stop. That's not a jobs bill. You can look it up in anything. That was the most sweeping LGBTQ civil rights legislation bill in America. And they have one up in Congress waiting to pass. And that's why people like Kevin McCarthy and Elise Stefanik and all them, they want her up there to pass those woke bills, with them. So, but that's not going to happen because she's not going to win. All right. So anyway, all right. Hey, Joan, what's happening? The radical left hates. Austin, how you doing? Jonathan, what's up, brother? Nah, man, you can't go in compromising for sure. For sure, for sure. Numero uno America. You would have my vote if I lived in Virginia. I go, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, you can donate. Numero uno America. You can donate. Go to votechiefbell.com and donate. Send me $5, send me $25, send me 2,900 if you got it. All right, but you can go vote. But I thank you. I appreciate that very much. Um, so if you can't be here, you can't do nothing else. You can assist my campaign by donating whatever amount you can. Vote chiefbell.com or jeromebellforcongress.com. You know what? Here, I put that on the banner. You can go there. You can go there and donate. All right. So you guys know I produce my own show. All right. So okay. So I'm gonna talk about Biden for a minute. Here it is. All right. I'm gonna talk about Joe Biden. And my music isn't up. Just turn my music down. My music isn't up. Oh, anyway. All right. Sorry if my music was up loud. All right. Okay, so Joe Biden here. Okay, so Joe Biden now. Okay, I'm gonna read this because I'm on my phone. Joe Biden announces new gun control actions. Joe Biden. I think I hit my camera wire. Okay, sorry about that. Joe Biden. Hold on. Let me. Dang. This is what happens when you produce your own show and you hit wires and stuff. All right, here you go. See what I got to do there. All right, so Joe Biden announces new gun control actions. So I'm gonna read this. Joe Biden announced on Thursday additional steps in his administration is taking to combat gun violence. Okay, they want to combat gun violence. Well, it's the Democrats why we have so much gun violence anyway, especially this gun violence on the police with their defund the police campaign. Some of these idiots out here thinking defund the police mean kill the police. Okay, and that started with the Antifa and BLM and all of this wokeness that the Democrats let get away with. They call 1/6A insurrection, but they let true insurrections go on around the nation in 2019 and 2020. Ever since Trump actually really was elected in 2017 with burnings of buildings, municipal buildings. So they're going out. So now they're targeting police, right? All right. So he says he wants to direct every U.S. attorney nationwide to increase resources dedicated to district specific violent crime strategies. Okay, so when he says that, so you have to understand Joe Biden wrote the 1994 crime bill. Okay, if you know anything about Joe Biden is a racist SOB. Okay, Joe Biden is racist. Joe Biden is probably one of the most racist people that's ever been in Congress, other than probably Senator Byrd, but the KKK guy. But they were best friends. He gave Byrd's eulogy, and then to sit in the Oval Office. Okay, so when he says dedicate to district specific violent crime strategies, that means that they're gonna go hard in the black neighborhoods. That's what that means. Okay, so they're gonna crack down in the black and brown neighborhoods because that's where a lot of the violence is. Okay, but they need to understand that money and putting money into those neighborhoods is not gonna crack down on the gun violence. Now I'll get to why we won't crack down on the gun violence in a minute. But you need jobs in there. Okay, you need some better infrastructure in there for people to care about, but primarily you need jobs in these neighborhoods. Okay, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's because if you give the kids something to do and something to be prideful of, the violence will stop. Okay, you give the kids some better education opportunities, you give some kids some trade skills in there. Why don't you put money into these neighborhoods for trade skills in all of these schools? Why don't you do that instead of trying to put money all the way into the police? The police are funded well. I mean, for those that didn't take the funding from them. Okay. All right. But you have to attack this from a different, aspect. So it says cracking down on illegal firearms trafficking. Okay. And this is pretty funny. Cracking down on illegal firearms trafficking. When he was vice president, him and Obama had the biggest firearm trafficking. Everybody remember Fast and Furious, right? Okay. They had the biggest firearm trafficking in the nation. Okay. they drop guns off in Chicago. You know, if you don't understand how illegal guns happen getting into these cities, go down on the railroad tracks in these big cities where these alleys are, where these places just sit, and I guarantee you'll find crates of guns probably every night. Okay, they get dropped off by I don't know who, government, CIA, whoever, but they drop off these illegal guns. How do you think these illegal guns get there? These people aren't like part of gun manufacturers. They're not buying their own guns. Okay, they're not trafficking them, bringing them from Mexico to Chicago. They got the traffickers. How it is because our border is wide open. Joe Biden, you want to track down on illegal firearms? Okay, you want to I'm sorry, crack down on illegal firearms trafficking? Close the damn border. Everything is coming through the border. Illegal guns, both ways. Illegal guns, sex trafficking, kid trafficking. Oh, and by the way, the United States right now is the biggest travel agency of human trafficking probably in the world because we put them on planes, that they come across the border, we put them on buses, we put them on planes, and we fly them into the heartland of America. Every state is a border state. And these non-government organizations, these churches and these Christian organizations, you guys are the worst. You guys should be standing up against this human trafficking, but you guys are the ones that help them get into the United States and help them go, you know, wherever they end up at, Florida, New York, Virginia. These NGOs are the worst. We have people down there locked in. They just get on, come across the border. They get, you know, the drug cartels now. All those guys are the are the travel agents. Okay, they set the bookings for them. They get the fee. They get the money. They bring them, you know, to the Rio Grande, to the border, drop them off, let them walk through. The Border Patrol bring them in. They process them because Joe Biden and his administration and his rules won't let them keep them in Mexico or send them back. So they have to bring them in and process them in. So then they process them and then they turn them over to these NGOs. These NGOs give them money, give them an EBT card, give them a place to stay if necessary, give them a bus ticket or a plane ticket, take them to the airport, and send them on their way. We're just one big travel agency, and Joe Biden is concerned about gun trafficking, illegal firearms trafficking. Okay, close the borders. How about that? So that's one thing. You say pursuing unlawful gun sellers that put firearms in the wrongful hands. Well, you know what? You probably should start with that last AG under Obama. I even forget the guy's name, but you know, he put firearms in the wrong hands. Okay, so you might want to start with some of your government officials there, Joe Biden, instead of wanting to come in and crack down in the black and brown neighborhoods. Yeah, yeah, the violence needs to stop in the black and brown neighborhoods. I got ideas for that, and it ain't bringing in a whole lot more police to do it. You know, the police are adequate. Just let them do their jobs. If you let the police do their jobs, you woke president and these woke uh, city officials and these woke congressmen and these rhino Republicans that vote with Democrats because you don't understand who your enemy is. You don't understand that this is a blood sport. You don't understand that you cannot reach across the aisle anymore. You have to take total control. You can't send weaklings to do strong men work. This is what it is. Okay. This is what it is. So, you know, those are a couple of things that I want to talk about. So, Joe Biden, you know, trying to crack down, and one other thing. Okay, here, and this is one of my biggest things as well. Joe Biden is sending our American men and women once again overseas. The COVID-19, I'm sorry, the CV-19. You know, I can't say that they might take this video down now, but that is falling apart. That whole thing is falling apart. Okay, there's documents out as far as military documents. Is you know they have the VAERS system like the VAERS. Is so much damage has been done to these military men and women And I'm sad to say that. I put up a post, but I mean, percentages of cancer up 300%, miscarriages up over 2,000%, things like that. To these military men and women, what you all did to these military men and women that I was against from day one. I was the only one against it. So when these other people start saying, "Oh yeah, I was against it too," no, the hell you weren't. You weren't against not vaccinating the entire military. I was the only one. Okay, so let's stop the madness. Everybody try to rebrand themselves. Everybody want to think they're America first. I was America first when I ran in 2020, when nobody thought America first was a good idea because it was president. It was with President Trump. Nobody wanted to be America first. Now everybody want to be America first. Okay, well, you can ask them a few questions to tell if they're America first. First of all, ask them about the election, 2020, if they feel it was stolen, if Biden is the legitimate president of the United States. My main opponent is on film, is on a national syndicated show, saying that no, Joe Biden is the duly we feel her team. We acknowledge that Joe Biden is the duly elected president of the United States, and if there was fraud, then it needs to be okay. So if no, there was fraud, and so now she's coming out trying to rebrand, trying to be this big political activist, you know, uh, election integrity person. She didn't even think the election was stolen. Hold on. Some of this stuff is comical. She didn't even feel like the election was stolen, and Joe Biden is the duly elected president of the United States. Now we have to have election integrity. Okay, so let me sort of get this. Show you how these rhinos do. If you didn't think the election was stolen and Joe Biden is the duly elected president of the United States, and you're on video saying that, and we'll be bringing that out another time soon. All right. So, why are you voting for election integrity? Why are you trying to put up bills for election integrity? If you don't feel the election was stolen, you feel that that it was okay. Oh, okay, you changed your mind now, right? Okay, okay, you changed your mind. Okay, all right. Anyway, you see how they rhinos and Democrats, man, they're the same people. And moderates. And here it is, right? I was told today by a congressman. I won't mention his name. Congressman that's up in DC that supports my campaign, and he was saying that the reason Kevin McCarthy is behind my opponent Jen Kiggans is because he feels that my district is a moderate district. So she's a moderate, aka Rhino, aka will vote whatever way that she'll be swayed to vote. That came straight out of Kevin McCarthy's mouth. And this source is a very, very good source, trust me. That he supports her because she's a moderate. And they honestly believe that Glenn Youngkin won because he ran on a moderate type deal. Okay, so we're gonna show him a little different. We're gonna show him that my district is definitely conservative, very conservative, MAGA conservative. Okay, even once you see some of the support that I'm getting from the Black community, okay, you'll understand that these people understand. Some of these people are waking up. Some of these people are realizing that the Democrats and rhinos are terrible for America. Terrible for America. So uh anyway, we'll be doing that. And let me go through here. Let me see if there's any questions in here. I'm sorry. This is chat with the candidate. Okay, and I just been running my mouth, man, right? So I apologize for running my mouth, okay? Thank you, Sissy. I appreciate it. Joan, why don't okay, yeah. Who opens the southern border, right? Joe Biden, Joan, Joe Biden. Okay, there was a report out a few months ago. Right. Okay, there you go. Hello, Chief. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? No notification. Hey, Stephanie. Okay, so Stephanie got maybe need to go back in, do both pages, Bonnie. Go do my campaign page and follow it. and make sure you get notifications when I go live and my personal page. Check that out. Yeah, there you go. Eric Holder. Thank you. See, creeps names. I don't keep bad people's names in my head. But yeah, Eric Holder. Go check with Eric Holder. Eric Holder needs to be held accountable for Fast and Furious before you talk about anybody else. Well, all right. Well, I'm glad you did too, Stephanie. Like I said, Facebook has me sort of shadow banned. They sort of, don't put out my notifications and things like that. And a lot of people is going to be upset with what I said tonight about other candidates and stuff. See, but here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say this too. See, this unwritten rule, and they started with Reagan. Something about speaking bad about another Republican. Personally, I didn't speak bad about anybody. Their voting record, I spoke bad about. Yeah, and so, but anyway, I don't buy into that anyway. And here's why I don't buy into that, because that's why we're in the trouble that we're in America now, because we're so worried about what the Democrats are doing, and we come down and here it is. And I'm gonna bring it home to you after this. I'm gonna slam it down hard, real quick. But we're so worried about what the Democrats are doing, and we so focused, and we so can come down on what they're doing, but we won't even police our own party. We won't even check our own elected officials as to why they voted for certain things. And here it is right here too, right? So I'm about to bring it home, right? Joe Biden said that I'm going to uh, uh, have a black woman on the Supreme Court, right? I'm seeing everybody losing their damn minds. Joe Biden said he's going to nominate a black woman for Supreme Court. And I even said it. I didn't lose my mind. I just know it's bad business, right? Black men need not apply. White men need not apply. Asians, Mexicans, or Latinos, no other nationality need apply. White women don't apply. Only black women. Last time I checked, I think there were some laws against discrimination against sex, race. They've thrown in gender now, and they've made it, or orientation, all that stuff. I don't think all that stuff count, because they're men or women. They have sex. They're male or female. Okay, whether they may not think it or not, but they're male or female. Okay, so they were covered, and disabled as well. And some of them may be able to fall under the disabled category mentally. Okay, but here it is. So everybody, all these talking heads, Joe Biden. I hear people in our party here in Virginia, hear people locally. Joe Biden nominate. He only said he was going to nominate a black woman. Holding Joe Biden accountable for his actions, for his words. But I heard my opponent say that she should be elected because she's a woman. She should be the nominee because she's a woman. What's the difference? What's the difference with her saying that? She said it live. She told me. She told me. This is why I'm really going hard on her, because she told me this race should be between two Navy women, and you'll have your place on my campaign. What's the difference? You guys tell me. What's the difference between what Joe Biden said and what she said? And she said it on multiple interviews. Because there's not a Republican woman sitting in D.C. from Virginia. I think I should be the nominee because I'm a woman. What if she was black? Would that make a difference? I think I should be the nominee because I'm a black woman. Well, shit. I mean, hell. Sorry, excuse me. I said I wasn't gonna curse. I think I should be the nominee because I'll be the first black person ever in the history of the state of Virginia to represent the second district. I'll be making history, like Winsome Sears and AC Cordoza. But I'm not running on that. You guys know that. You guys know that. So, okay. So, what's the difference? See, so we need to hold our own officials and these people running accountable. No, you should not be the nominee because you're a woman. No, I should not be the nominee because I'm black and I'll be making history, even though I'll be making history. No, but I shouldn't be the nominee. The best person that the people feel, the person that the people, not how much money can buy, not how much money Kevin McCarthy is going to dump into this campaign, not how much the Washington Post is going to help out my opponent and try to crush me because they know that I'm the strongest candidate. Not how much money they get from PACs, but the people in the second district. The people of the second district will decide this race. The people of the second district will vote for who they feel will protect their values. You don't even have to be my friend. Okay? You don't even have to like me. But you better send somebody to DC that's going to protect your values and your principles and that's going to represent you the way that you want to be represented as a Christian, your Christian values that really follow the science of biology, who understands that there's only two genders, who understands that there's boys and girls, male and females, who won't, a God person who won't be canceled out and put in my place on somebody else's campaign. Somebody that can go toe to toe with the squad just because I'm a fighter. You better send somebody to DC. So don't vote for someone else because you don't like me because they're going to crush you. You better vote for the person that's going to go to DC and fight for you. And there's only one guy, one person. I can't say guy because there is a female running. There's only one person that's going to do that. So you don't have to like me. Okay? Because you see where America is. America's burning. We got too many Neros fiddling while America burns. Look at our borders. I've been down to the border. Been down to the border. Oh, it's talking about border security. You ain't never been down to the border. How you know the border is not secure? You watch TV? She'll go down there now. But I've been there. I saw and see firsthand what's going on at the border. All right. So, all right, let's go down. Some of us figure out early. Yep. Tuskegee all over again. Yep, wrong. Thank you for letting me know. Really appreciate it. She will check which way the wind is blowing. Absolutely. Well, just look at her voting record. Look at her voting record. I mean, how many of you women feel that you should be discriminated against by telling a man he can't come in your bathroom and he can sue you. He can sue you for discrimination. How many women out there feel that that's okay? How many of y'all feel that you people that have little girls, that it's okay that boys can come into their bathroom and know that your representative voted for that? How many of y'all feel that that's okay? And I don't care if you think I'm slamming. No, it's in the record. It's there. Go look it up. It's not bashing when you're telling the truth. It's not bashing when you're bringing out the truth to your constituents. I would feel worse and I would not be doing my job. I would be delinquent in who I am if I didn't point these things out. Now, if you think that's okay and you still vote for her, then okay, that's fine. But at least you knew, at least you know. Because I have a lot of people out there that said, Jerome, I didn't know that. I get inbox every day. I didn't know that. I'm changing who I'm thinking about. I was with so-and-so, but now I'm with you because I didn't know that because she doesn't represent my values any longer. How many of you feel it's okay that somebody transgender should be able to change their sex on their birth certificate and not have to have the complete operation? How many of you guys think that's okay? You small business owners, how many of y'all think that it's okay that the larceny amount that a criminal can come and steal from you went from $500 to $1,000. They can come and take more of your stuff because before it's considered a felony before they do any major jail time. How many of y'all think that's okay, you small business owners? She voted for that. How many of y'all think the ERA is okay? The ERA, this thing they're bringing up, it wasn't about equal rights for women. How many of y'all think that a woman don't have equal rights? Last time I checked, a woman can do everything I can do. It wasn't about that. That equal rights amendment was about this transgender stuff, having men having the same rights as women. And making abortions more easily to be able to get because it'll be in the Constitution. The ERA is a constitutional amendment. That's a feminist transgender bill is what they were trying to do. Because they know that Roe versus Wade may get overturned and sent back to the states. So they was trying to bring in the ERA to make abortions constitutional. How many of y'all think that that was okay? How many of y'all think that the ERA bill was okay? She gave the floor speech on that. She voted for that. She was the floor speaker. I think she was the deciding vote. She gave a speech on the floor for the ERA. How many of y'all think that's okay? That's who some of y'all are voting for and don't know it. It's not bashing when you're telling the truth. And I'm not part of the go along, get along gang. That time is over. Protecting rhinos and protecting members of our party when they have done BS is over. Even Trump called who was that? Lindsey Graham a rhino the other day. I wish he would. I mean, we all know. Ben said he was a rhino, but Trump tried to trust him, put him in office again for 6 years, backed him. He's a rhino. Trump's figuring it out. He's actually using the word rhino now. How about that? How about that? You people that don't like I heard, you don't use rhino because establishment and people don't like the word rhino. Well, President Trump uses rhino. You guys like it now? Is it okay that I use it now because President Trump used it? Is it okay? Come on, man. You need a fighter, man. You need somebody genuine. Y'all need somebody genuine going to DC. Y'all need somebody that's gonna go up here and flip over some damn tables. No, that ain't right. That's gonna protect your constitutional right. That's not gonna go up here and legislate against our constitution. It's not gonna make a class of people less than 0.5% a protected class. So because they're trying to use the civil rights amendments. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You guys better know who you're voting for. Better send a fighter, DC, because it's gonna get bloody. You know what I mean? Bloody. I don't mean like physically bloody, but the Democrats, they play for blood. They want to kill you. You guys have to understand that. They want to kill you. Republicans, conservatives, moderates. Guys better understand Democrats playing for keeps. They playing for all they are playing HR1, the voting bill, where everybody can vote. You got in New York over 800,000 or 700,000, whatever it was, people that's not even citizens can vote in local elections now. That's not even American. What are they doing? I don't care if you don't like me, but you better understand what's best for you. Better understand what's best for you. Fraud Glenn is correct. He's going to win. Oh, Biden filibuster against black woman. Yes, yes, Joan. Thank you. See, they try to memory hole you, right? They try to memory hole you into forgetting who they are. Joe Biden gave the most outlandish speech in the Senate about black people and being in black jungles, and his kids and grandkids, they don't want them in the black, growing up in the black jungle. We all need to be put away. They all need to be off the streets. Joe Biden's trying to do it again, y'all. He's trying to do it again, directing every U.S. attorney's office nationwide to increase resources dedicated to district-specific violent crime strategies. You black folks better understand what that means. You Latinos, you poor whites in these district-specific targeted areas. But I know what Joe Biden meant, because Joe Biden is a racist. He coming back after you black folk, coming back after us. I better understand that. I better stop voting Democrat, man. And don't vote for these rhino establishment Republicans either. I'm serious. I'm serious, man. A rhino is worse than a Democrat. A rhino is worse than a Democrat. That's why Kevin McCarthy came in early. He's in early for a primary candidate. In early. Because they know, because they're trying to rescue her. They know the polls are out. Y'all seen the polls. The polls. They've been taking polling early. She's losing. I'm winning. So they'd have to dump money into her campaign so she can try to flood the airwaves and put people on the streets, pay door knockers to go and put out her stuff. That's what's happening. They're going to dump millions into her campaign. Millions. But I think I got more voters. I think I'm going to have more voters. So here we go. The best person for the job should get it. Thank you, Bonnie. Thanks, Jonathan. And I know things so crazy now. Yeah, absolutely. It's not okay. Not okay. That's right. We know Biden wants to override 2A. Yes, he's coming after you. That's exactly what he wants to do. You guys better understand this too. Don't be Australia. We can never become Australia. We can never give up our Second Amendment right. We will never give up the Second Amendment right. Before we give up our Second Amendment right, we need to go down dying first. It just is what it is. We need to go down fighting in the battle first. Dying for that right, because that right protects all of our other ones. Okay, and we also have to go after big tech. So before they say, I don't believe in Section 230. Section 230, we have to get rid of Section 230 because they're trying to rebrand, right? Trying to come back to it. Well, I'm the only one that has a lawsuit against Facebook. Facebook, they message me, they email me every day. Sir, we're still working on this problem. Got an email. I can show you. Sir, we're still working on this problem. I sued Facebook. Going after Twitter too, but I gotta wait a little bit because brother needs some more money for more lawsuits. Even though the Washington Post said I was using campaign money to sue Facebook, which is a damn lie. That's a lie. I have a staff attorney and $1,500. Let's just be honest. It's in the FEC reports. $1,500 retainer for an attorney, and that had nothing to do with the lawsuit on Facebook. So that's how the Washington Post is trying to help my opponent and Luria too. But we got plans for Luria. Luria's dude, her consultant that works for her campaign, are calling our children that we decide, since Governor Governor Youngkin gave us the opportunity with his executive order for optional masking. So and when I say we, I'm speaking for the parents because I don't have any more kids in school. My kids graduated and they're grown men doing very, very well for themselves. And so this guy that works for Elaine Luria has the nerve to say our children, because we as parents decide not to send them to school in a mask because it is unhealthy for them. He wants to call our children dickheads and say that they should get bad grades. I hope so. I really hope. I called Luria's office. You might get a answer machine or no answer or something, but you need to call Elaine Luria's office if you live in the second district and tell them that that guy Ben Trippett or whatever needs to be fired in immediately because that's unset. Bro, you don't come after kids, man. Okay. If you want to come after somebody, Ben Trippett, and you want to come after somebody and call him a dickhead, then come to me. Come to me, be a man in my face, and call me a dickhead. Don't go after little kids, man. Don't go after these babies because we decided because we don't want them in mass because it's unhealthy and we want them to breathe. Don't do that. So there's your invitation, homie. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Bill Bale, thank you very much. I don't attack. See, there you go. There you go. Bill Bale Bagans. Okay, you say I'm attacking her. No, I tell the truth. And it seems that the truth hurts you an awful lot. It seems that it hurts you an awful lot. I tell the truth. You go in there. If I attack and said one thing false, tell her to sue me. Tell her to sue me for defamation. Tell her to sue me for slander. Tell her to sue me. Just like I told all them people that was talking about I was talking about Scott Taylor. Sue me if I'm lying. If I said one false thing, ain't nobody attacking nobody, bro. It's the truth. So you can just carry that on and thank you. Bye, my friend. No, you just go somewhere. You just go somewhere. All right. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. All right. So Bill Bale, goodbye. All right. Truth hurts. Calling her voter recognized, not tagging. It's not my fault, man. They put that stuff up. Hey, I'm just gonna not let a lie go. And if you don't like me because I go on her page and point out some things, then fine. It is what it is. Go vote for it. If you want to vote for it, then go. It is what it is, you know? I'd rather go down telling the truth. I'd rather go down telling the truth than not exposing and pretending because it does nothing but hurt the constituents of the second district who think they're getting someone that's going to represent them the right way. So if you don't want to vote for me because you think I'm attacking her or whatever, I hope you sleep at night, especially if you have little girls. I hope you sleep at night if you have little girls playing sports and they have to compete against boys. Hope you sleep good at night. If you're married and your wife has to go to a public restroom and there's a man in there, hope you sleep good at night. What's up, Paul? My brother, man. Sorry about your, jab injury too, man. Man, it hurt me, bro. That you're going through that. I'm sorry you had to go through that. That you're going through that. Thank you, Amy. So, thank you, Sissy. Thank you. So, anyway, got a little heated, but it is what it is, though, right? Hey, I'm just passionate. I didn't serve this country for nearly 3 decades just to turn it over to some God hating communists, Marxists that want to destroy the nuclear family in America. You know, I didn't serve 30 years just to hand that over, just to turn it over to them just because they hate America. I'm not turning over America to people that want to use gender to attack and destroy the nuclear family. And that's what they're doing. They're using gender to do it. We actually having a conversation about whether a boy is a boy and a girl is a girl. And we have elected officials that co-signing, that has co-signed on that stuff. And I'm talking all over America, from Richmond to, from Virginia to Texas to Arkansas, all over America. We have Republicans that we've put in office as our elected officials have caved to the left. Look at the voting records. They caved to the left and to the Marxists and the communists that want to destroy America. I'm not ready to go down like that. I'm not turning over America, and I'm not turning over our very way of life of who we are as people, men, women, boy, girl, he, she, her, him. I'm not turning that over. I'm not canceling that. I'm not going to allow that to happen as your representative as well. So just to let you know, others will, because they already have. Whether you like me, Bill Bayo, or not, facts are facts. Well, the thing too about Caitlyn Jenner, about Bruce Jenner, I know you say Caitlyn. I still call him Bruce because he still has a penis. Okay, he hasn't gone through the sex change. I was at an event and I was talking to a female, and he was there. He still slaps women on the butt because my friend got slapped on the butt by Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn. But he is against men. He is against men and women's sports. He is, and I don't even try. And I don't even like to use the word transgender because I don't believe in that. He's a man. We used to call him transvestites, right? Men that used to that like to dress up as women. Because if you were serious about being a woman, okay, let's say this. See, here it is. So you guys have to break this stuff down, okay? If you was transgenders and these people, right? They don't believe in genders, right? They don't believe in man, woman, boy, girl. They don't believe in that, right? So why are they trying to become one? If they don't believe in what they're trying to become, why are they trying to become one? See, it's a mental disorder. To me, transgenderism is and you have to call it what it is. I believe it's a mental disorder, and it's mental health related. And the only reason I say that is because, not to be mean, but so they can get the help that they need. If you call it what it is, a mental illness, they can get the help through their insurance companies that they need. Okay. Because why would a man feel that he's a woman and want to be a woman if he doesn't believe in man or woman? Right? So he's trying to become something that he don't even believe in. Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all let that sink in for a minute. Okay. You let what I just said sink in for a minute. But here it is. That the goal is that this is and has been an attack on women. Okay. I'll break this down for you too. Then I gotta go. It's an attack on women. Look and see, these are biological men, and people are signing off and co-signing on this, taking away what makes you a woman, which means they are rebelling against God. They are taking away what God made you. They're trying to get rid of women. The title women. The one thing that make you different than a man is that you can give birth. As designed by God, you can give birth to a child. Now they're trying to say men can give birth, men can have periods, and try to. I better understand what I'm saying. Y'all not gonna get this truth from nobody else, okay? They're trying to take you, women, away from who you are naturally as God has made you. Anybody that believes that there's more than two genders, anybody that believes in transgenderism is attacking women and little girls. They're trying to take men, really gender as well. But you got to understand, right? The women, the women that are trying to be men are trying to take away their womanhood, right? And the men that are trying to be women are taking away the womanhood, right? Yeah, y'all sleep on that one. Y'all sleep on that. It's attack on women and little girls. Y'all better get it. Y'all better get it. So, all right. Patty, hey, exactly. Thank you, Kelly, Rich Wine. I appreciate you. God wants us to fight back on this. God better, and hey, and I blame the churches too. I'll be honest. I'm blaming these churches. You know, when government took over the churches by giving them tax exempt status, that's part of it. These churches are no longer allowed to speak out on this stuff because of their 503(c) status. And they want to keep that status because it's money, but the churches are to blame. Churches are to blame too. Big time. Big time. I'm blaming the churches. And I'm blaming some of the churches about this masking too. You guys have to understand too. This masking is a form of slavery. Masking started from slavery, okay? It takes away your identity, it breaks you down. You can't talk, you can't show facial expressions. Kids learn how to speak from facial expressions and the forming of the words of the mouth. That's why these kids are now having problems speaking. They're having problems learning how to um, speak in language because they couldn't see the teacher's mouth. And some of these kids are hard of hearing. Some of these kids have speech impediments. So when you cover up somebody's mouth and you can't see them form words and letters, kids need to see that. So it does damage to the kids, but it's definitely a form of slavery, a form of control. That's where the masking came from. It's all about control. And I'm not going to even get into not even going to get into that because I don't want my video taken down. All right. Thank you, Bonnie. Thanks, Patty. Yeah, he does. Big time. He's a woman who dates women. Who does that? Right? Right? He might. I guess he's a lesbian. I guess he's a transgender lesbian, right, Jonathan? Yeah, this is funny. So anyway, all right. No, Dean, my man. Hey, I want everybody to type right now to Dean Peterson. It's all your fault. Everybody who hates me and don't want me to run, even that loves me and want me to run, type Dean Peterson, hit him on his page and say it's all your fault. Because it is. It's Dean Peterson's fault, man. I love you, brother. Yeah, no, but definitely you can't change your DNA. See, and people say, well, there's a lot of suicide in the transgender community. You think? You think? The hormones that they take to try to change their body, the chemicals that they're putting inside their bodies is damaging an already damaged mind. You can't change your DNA. Yeah, I can imagine that little girl, because some sick mother, or that little boy, because some sick mother had a boy and wanted a girl and want to chemically castrate him to turn him into a little girl, or that little girl who thinks she's a boy, who's been raised as a boy, and she's in class, and her menstrual cycle starts while she's in class, and she starts bleeding, and she don't know why. You wonder why these kids are committing suicide? These parents, these parents are just as sick as they are. Can imagine, because they don't know who they are. They have been taught, they've been raised their whole life to think they're one sex or gender, and then find out that they're another because of a biological action that happens, or because this little boy's in pain because he's getting his penis chemically castrated and it hurts. And I tell you this too, real quick. I have a person that he's helping with my campaign because, and don't understand, they'll call me homophobic, transphobic, whatever the hell you want to call me. Now I ain't none of that because I ain't scared of nothing. Okay, to be a phobe, you have to be scared of. So let's just end that right now. So I have someone working on my campaign up, and he's, he's gay. Okay, he's gay. And he told me that the GLB community, the gay, lesbian, bi community, they're more upset with the TQ community than probably I am. Because he said that the TQ community has came in with their transgender vendor crap into these schools. And he said that they have set back the GLB community for 30 years because of the things that they've been trying to fight for. He told me that. Set back 30 years. The GLB community do not agree with the TQ community. If you saw my post, that's why I separate them now, not that I agree with either one, but I understand. I understand. I don't understand the transgender stuff. It's sickness. At least gay women know they're women and gay men know they're men. Whatever they want to do with that, it is that's on them. Okay. Not, but they know. They know there's only two genders. Right? And then you got these legislators and these school boards that want to put tampons or something in a boy's bathroom. These are sick people that co-sign on this stuff. I'm not co-signing on it. If you don't like me because I'm not co-signing on it, if you don't like me and don't want to vote for me because I say there's only two genders, check the science. XXXY. Follow the science. Follow the science. I follow the science. I don't capitulate to something that ain't true, to something that's not real, to someone's mental. Hell, I think I'm a lion today. Well, actually, I think I'm a lion every day. Let's just be honest, right? I think I'm a lion every single day. All right. Anyway, all right. So I gotta get out of here. I just left something out there for y'all to think about. And they are pushing it. Yeah, they're, and that's the bad part, Amy. You know, Amy, that's the bad part. They are pushing it on our children. And when you start to confuse children, I have a problem, a big problem with that. And I damn sure have a problem with one of my legislators that I elected. I helped put in office. I voted for Jen Kiggins. I did. I voted for her because I thought she was going to do the right thing. I believed in what she was saying, but then go up there and vote like that's a betrayal. That's a betrayal. So don't say I don't like Jen Kiggins. Bill don't like Jen Kiggins. No, I don't like what Jen Kiggins did and is doing. I voted. She's my state senator. I voted for her. So don't get it twisted. All right. But yeah, they're pushing on our children, man. And you can't do that, man. You can't destroy these kids. These kids are confused enough with who they are biologically. They're confused enough when they find out that they're a boy or a girl for real. They're confused. And then you want to confuse them more by saying, well, you're not really that because this exists, and you're not really that because that really don't exist anymore. Boy and girl, now that stuff don't, it's them and they, and what the hell is that? What are you doing? That's Marxist and communism. That's what it is. It's to confuse these kids and separate the nuclear family and put the kids against the parents. That's what these schools, these Marxist schools, these public schools are doing. And you damn well better put a stop to it, people. And you better put somebody that's gonna fight for you, not sign bills that. Okay, all right, I'm done with that, man. I need to go. I need to go because somebody like Bill Bale pop on here and talk about, oh, you're attacking Jen Kiggins. Man, shut up. Anyway, go vote for Jen Kiggins. How about that? All right, so I got to the end. So appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody that came on. Hey, sorry, I may get. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. I'm not. I'm not sorry. I'm always here, but I try not to curse. Okay, and I may have said one cuss word or something, but I mean, but it is what it is. So thank you for coming in, chatting with the candidate. Feel join us on some information, and what the Black Caucus did to AC Cordoza is wrong. I'm with you 100%, brother. Just to let you know, I'll fight with you on that. Okay, on that line because what they did was wrong, and that's prejudice. That's racist. Black people can be racist too. I just proved that they're racist against their own brother up in the General Assembly, and it's a shame. It's a shame that those are the people that some people put into office, and some people co-sign on that. Well, I'm not co-signing on that. Even if I didn't like AC Cardoza, I wouldn't co-sign on that bull because he's a black man and he got dissed by other black people. I like AC. But if I didn't like him, that still wouldn't be cool. What they did, that still wouldn't be cool. So I admonish every black General Assembly president. And if you're white and you didn't say anything, here's the thing. Here's the thing before I go, okay? You white people got to stop being scared to speak up, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right? And if no white person up there spoke up for AC Cardoza today, shame on you. Shame on you for being a coward. Yeah, I know you guys clapped. Yay! I didn't see one of you make a statement. I haven't seen one of you make a statement. And you don't go make a statement now. It's 9:20 because I said that. But one of you should have came out after that brother exposed that and said something because that's wrong. So anyway, peace. Gotta go. Gotta be cool. Share the video. And we're gonna have some petition signings coming up here. Events we're putting them together. Gotta get these some more, a couple more signatures we need to get on. Make sure we're on the ballot. And shirts. These shirts are just about completed. Okay, and I'm gonna have a link to where you guys can go and get your shirt. And I want everybody to go and get a shirt. It helps the campaign. You know, if you don't want to give money just to give money, go buy a shirt. You know, I get part of the proceeds. At least you'll have a nice shirt and something for it. Okay, signs are coming. Um, Freaking bumper stickers are coming. Okay. We just had some other stuff we got to do first. All right. So continue to donate. If you want to donate to the campaign, I appreciate it. $5, $10, $2, $1. Go to JeromeBellForCongress.com, donate, or go to VoteChiefBell.com. We have that domain now too. VoteChiefBell.com. Hey, donate. All right. We need it. We got to put this pressure on. Kevin McCarthy has come in. He's going to dump millions into uh, her campaign. All right. But we're still going to make it work because it's not going to matter because I have the voters. All right. Love y'all. I'll talk to you later. Peace.